Okay, we are live. Recording.
Okay.
Hi, Reed.
Hi, Dad.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
That's not how the podcast goes.
Damn it. Okay. So line.
Your line is, I'm fine.
I'm fine. Okay, so it goes, hi, Reed. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Dad?
I'm fine. That's right. That's how we did it.
Yeah.
We're all thrown off because we are actually in the same room
Yeah.
at the same time with two microphones that we just got working.
Mm-hmm.
And you're heading back to school tomorrow after a Thanksgiving weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How's your weekend been?
It's been good. It's been fast,
Yeah.
but good.
I was just telling Mom how she was saying, oh, the weekend's gone by too fast. I don't want them to go, or I don't want it to be over. Which, you know, it doesn't always have to be that. Not all visits are that way for all people. So that's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sometimes you want the people to leave faster.
that could happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, but that's not what happened.
That's
this
not
time.
what happened this time, though.
Yeah. So we're actually face to face, which is like the way most podcasts might be, but we haven't done it this way for a long time.
Yeah.
And now we're set up with two microphones, the one that we actually own and the one that the band just got. And it's the Diva, the capital T, capital D, the Diva is this mic that I'm using that,
Not a sponsor.
yeah,
They have no input on this podcast.
yeah, although they're fans, I mean, at least in spirit. Anyway, the band is pitching in a mic and a mic cable to this podcast. So thank you to our sponsors, Standards and Substandards, for all of your jazz adjacent needs for live music.
Check them out on substandards.band.
That's right.
Wow, I'm so good.
We're doing a wedding at the end of January.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And a Christmas market, middle of January.
Fancy.
And a dive bar.
Less fancy.
I meant, did I say January? December. We've got a dive bar, a Christmas market, and a wedding.
Cool.
Anyway, that's not actually the topic of the day. We've had a good day.
Yeah, it's been good.
A nice haircut.
Thanks. Yeah, we finally got our haircuts together, which was supposed to be like episode 3 or something.
Yeah.
But
it looks good.
Thanks. Yours looks good too.
Thanks. It's my usual, but yours is particularly sharp, I think.
Yeah, and I learned how to shave today.
Yeah. So it's a good day for manhood.
Yeah.
And there was something else. Oh, you helped me pick out glasses.
Oh yeah, you got your first 2 pairs of real glasses.
It's like
prescription.
It's like we're both grown up. It's just on different sides of some mountain.
Yeah, big boys.
The uphill and the downhill side. So yeah, this has been a fun day.
Yeah.
So this is a special episode. We don't have a review. We're not even opening the mailbag. We aren't doing our usual thing. We've just prepared 10 quick questions from each of us for the other.
Yeah, that we have not seen.
Right. I've written 10 to ask you, and you've written 10 to ask me.
Mm-hmm.
With minimal interaction on what those questions look like.
Yeah, and the quality of the questions varies. Like, I wrote them while you were setting up the mics, so...
Right, which is probably will make them that much better. So, who wants to go first so we can, the listener can judge the quality of questions with the first one?
Okay, I don't care. Do you have a really good starting one, or?
Yeah, this will make or break whether someone keeps listening to this podcast.
Okay.
Okay, question 1.
Okay.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, as a kid, I could only really remember Stegosaurus.
Yeah, excellent choice.
So I think I like that one. I don't know. I don't have a very extensive knowledge of dinosaurs.
That's okay.
In the Jurassic Park movies, I like the Velociraptors a lot, but that's about it.
But what's your favorite?
Stegosaurus.
Okay, Stegosaurus. Good question.
What's the best flavor of pie?
I almost swore. If it's done right, apple pie with a good crust.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay. You die and you're reincarnated as a slug, but you have a choice. Sea slug or land slug?
Sea slug.
Oh, why?
Because last year in my biology class, we talked about the emerald sea slug, which is the only animal on Earth that eats and photosynthesizes, and I really want to be able to photosynthesize.
Oh my gosh. That was a way better question than I thought based on your answer. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Excellent. Your turn.
What is your favorite Harry Potter book?
I think of the 7, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5.
The Order of the Phoenix?
Order of the Phoenix, where they're like suddenly like kind of breaking out, like there's some new thing, like everything is changing.
Yeah.
Like they have to kind of have this revolution and have this whole new way of doing things.
Yeah.
It was exciting.
That's a good one.
Okay. For you, what's the most critical and or favorite feature in a pillow?
Not too big.
Okay.
Because I'm a stomach sleeper, so I don't like having... Because if you have a big puffy pillow, then it's hard, like your neck gets all strained.
Yeah.
So...
That's fair.
That's not good.
Okay.
Who's the best Hamilton character in the musical?
Character.
Yeah, so not like...
Not the best
not
singer,
the person
best
or the best actor, just like... Or you can judge it based... I don't know. Your interpretation.
I mean, it's going to be based on... Shoot. Mulligan? Not Mulligan. Is it Mulligan?
There's... Yeah.
Yeah.
Hercules Mulligan.
Hercules Mulligan.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
The spy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get all like excited about just thinking of him talking about invading the
ships.
Yeah. I mean, certainly he's more one-dimensional than the other characters, but I get all excited about his yeah. I like those 3 kind of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hercules Mulligan is cool.
Yeah.
Jefferson was cool as a character too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good. Okay.
Yeah.
I digress. I said Mulligan.
Yeah.
Hercules Mulligan.
Good job.
Thanks. Most underrated superhero.
I don't know. I think a lot of the superheroes that I like are pretty popular. I don't know. I like the comic book version of Hawkeye a lot. Like...
As an underrated character? Oh, because yeah, okay. Not everyone goes to Hawkeye as their favorite.
Like, yeah, he's underrated. And, like, yeah, he's, like, not technically a superhero, but he's kind of cool. And, like, yeah.
Neither of us have seen the new, it just opened, the new series, Hawkeye series.
Yeah. So maybe I'll change my mind if there's a better character, I don't know, better underrated character someday or something.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Or if I don't like him or something.
Yeah. But that might be a future review anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. That was 4 on my list.
Okay.
You're asking 4?
Yes.
Okay.
If you couldn't do a podcast with me, who would you want to do it with? Like, no matter how unrealistic or realistic.
We were just joking about Mom and Anna's podcast, if they did a podcast, it would just be a gush of emotion. But I do get along with both of them, and Mom in particular. But I don't know if we have, unlike our podcast, I don't know if Mom and I would have anything really interesting to say to the greater world.
Yeah.
But you and I have really interesting things to say.
Yeah, like pie flavors.
Yep, exactly. So this is genuine, although it will come across as like as an awkward moment. But our friends John and Brian, who they do a podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm not begging to be on their podcast, but they're really good people to talk to, like on the trail and stuff. So I think they would be excellent podcasters, conversants. They are, because I've heard their podcast.
Yeah.
So
we should do a crossover podcast.
Oh, yeah. We have the technology for that. Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't know.
Yeah, that would be fun.
I haven't listened to their podcast, so I don't know.
Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. They do educational issues and issues of race within education, science education in particular.
That's cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
They're not on Spotify though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Worst flavor you've ever tasted?
I don't like Swiss chard. I don't know.
If Swiss chard is the worst flavor you've ever tasted, then you're living a pretty charmed life.
I mean, I like most foods I eat.
Yeah. I don't ask easy questions, just the hard hitting.
Yeah. I don't like those, I don't like bok choy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably worse stuff that I've tasted, but that's what's coming to mind.
Yeah. Okay, not to be grotesque, but vomit.
Yeah, but I'm not taste. That's usually I'm getting it out.
Yeah,
so.
But the quote unquote flavor.
Yeah, I think I know the scent of that more than the flavor.
All right. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to push the envelope here.
Yeah.
What about fermented mud?
I have not tried that.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Swiss chard it is. Okay, your question.
But cooked. So I don't like the soggy kind of thing.
Okay. You're defending your answer. Oh, yeah, well, vomit's bad, but Swiss chard. Well, when it's cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
How many plants is too many plants inside?
In a room?
Yeah.
I don't know. That depends.
Okay, this room.
This room. This room, which is a 10 by 10-ish room, I see 2 plants in here. It could handle up to 4.
Really? No more than 4?
Well, because there's bookcases and stuff.
Yeah, but you could fit a lot of plants on a bookcase.
Sure, you could fit a lot of plants in the room if you weren't doing other stuff with the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I say put as many plants as you can reasonably fit into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be afraid to find places for them. And the only way you should stop is if, there's places to sit here or spaces to put books or to tables that we work on and have the computer on and stuff. So that's why I'm saying about 4 looking around.
Okay.
Yeah. You should have plenty of plants, but not too many.
Okay.
Okay. Best landscape you've ever experienced?
On the top of Lester Pass in the Wind Rivers during a solar eclipse.
Okay.
Looking out over a bunch of mountains and stuff as the sky changes every second.
Okay. I guess that's a pretty good one. We've referred to that trip before, and yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to give you that kind of a lob that was so easy.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, there's a lot of good ones, like anywhere in southern Utah.
Yeah. So desert versus mountains versus beach versus forest.
Desert mountains.
Okay. Good answer.
Like anywhere with red rock.
Cool.
I'd much
Okay.
rather be there. And all of my friends in the Pacific Northwest will disagree with me on that, but
They haven't been though, right?
well, they've been somewhat. But like when I say the best sand on earth is in southern Utah,
Yeah.
they disagree and say it's on the coast of Oregon.
Yeah. Well, that's why. I don't know. I used to like your friends, but they're just,
They listen to this podcast.
yeah. Well,
Hello.
let it be known.
Yeah.
I should go camping or backpacking with you in southern Utah.
Yeah, that'll be
Anna
fun.
was just planning a trip.
Yeah, we should go.
Okay. There we go.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
What's your favorite candle scent? That's the one that gets you?
That's just. I'm not. I've decided that somehow I've got in my head that when I smell a candle, that must mean that it's putting something into the air that I shouldn't be inhaling. But I used to very much love vanilla candle scents.
That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think I've grown quite a bit since then.
That's
I've
good.
matured. Yeah. Yeah. I used to love the vanilla.
Not anymore?
It's fine.
Okay.
So I have nothing against it.
Okay.
If you're gonna have a candle scent, that's fine. Okay. Darth Vader, villain, hero, or victim?
Oh, that could be a whole episode by itself.
I told you I only ask the hard-hitting questions.
Do I have to choose between 3?
I guess if you have a good explanation here, you can weasel your way out of it. The options were villain, hero, or victim. But I'm willing to hear your explanation.
Well, I don't know. I think you can argue for any of them. I don't think he's a hero.
Okay.
But then, I don't know. He's not I think he's somewhere in between villain and victim. Because, like, he was, like, very manipulated and stuff into joining the dark side and, like, all that stuff. And, like, but then at the same time, like, all the Jedi were there telling him the right thing to do.
Right.
And trying to help him out. And, like, as when he was, like, a child, Yoda was telling him what to do. And then
he should have known.
He should have. And then one guy shows up. I guess was always there. But, like,
right.
Also, spoilers if you have not seen Star Wars. But, yeah. And then he just goes with what that one guy was saying.
It's a lesson for us all.
Yeah. I don't know. He's complicated.
That's fair. What I love is that the sea slug question, like, you could answer that immediately. Oh, Darth Vader, fictional character from our youth. Oh, well, let's devote a whole episode to this.
Well, like, you could write a whole, like, liberal arts education paper on that.
Probably,
like,
yeah. probably teach a whole class around it.
Yeah, probably.
It's not like, I mean, that's a character that is written over and over again. It's not like there's Darth Vader's in every...
Darth Vader is everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep. We should just end there.
The end.
Okay.
We're all done.
Watch out for Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I remember you telling me, like, when we were little, you would just say Darth Vader's complicated.
Uh-huh.
And I don't really know what you were answering. Like, maybe we were asking if he was a villain or something. Or you just said he was complicated.
Maybe. Or maybe I was just trying to mess with you.
Probably. But he is complicated.
Yeah.
Everybody's complicated.
See, I was being really deep. You just didn't appreciate how deep I was.
Yeah.
Okay. Your turn.
Do you have any book recommendations?
Yes. Do you have a genre in mind, fiction or nonfiction?
No.
I think it's Clara and the Sun. I think it's the name.
Okay.
Do you want to know more about it?
Yeah.
Here I'm quickly like going away from my notes and making sure I have Clara and the Sun is correct. That is the title of the book by Kazuo Ishiguro, who wrote also, I think, shoot, what's the name of the book? I just pulled up the Wikipedia article, so it will tell me. Was it Remains of the Day? Yes, The Remains of the Day, which became a movie. Anyway, so super well regarded author, and Clara and the Sun is a futuristic book about this kind of android robot who in the future they make these things to be companions for children.
Oh.
And she's a particular model, and it's all narrated through her head.
Oh, interesting.
And she's like in the storefront and figuring out who's going to adopt her and how that all goes.
Oh.
And then eventually gets adopted and how that all turns out. And it's really a book about what it means to be human.
Oh. So it's like Corduroy.
Oops. Sorry. I doubled over and hit the mic. Sorry, everyone. Yeah. Man, that guy's a fraud. Ishiguro, like, the book was already written.
For children.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my book recommendation.
Okay. I should check it out.
Yeah, we have a copy.
Cool. I've got 1,000 books I've been meaning to read, but
yeah, me too.
I'll add one more.
I've got a few others stacked there, but that's the one that immediately came to mind. Okay. Now I have to go back to my notes.
That's quite the hassle.
Yeah. Okay. This is the last three.
Yeah.
My last three are really hard hitting.
Oh, geez.
Most annoying habit another person can have.
I don't know. Can you give me some examples?
Always late. Makes too many mouth sounds. Since that's the topic of or not the topic, but the title of our podcast. Interrupts people. Mouth breather.
I think
too long toenails. Bad breath.
I don't like looking at people's feet.
It's or just can think of all kinds of bad habits and traits off the top of his head. That must be a bad one.
I think people, like, if someone isn't open to new ideas.
Okay. Closed-minded.
Yeah, like, I don't like talking to those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Or it's just like they will just say what they want to say and I don't. And then that's it.
That's good.
Because that's not a conversation anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better than someone who slurps or something. That's a better
Yeah, well, you can work on slurping.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're only slurping some of the time.
Ah, you're closed-minded all the time.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You should be open to them being able to change their closed-mindedness.
Yeah, but I think that's harder.
Yeah, I agree. It's harder to overcome.
If you had to get a tattoo right now, what would you get and where would you get it?
Like where on my body?
Yeah.
I've told you how I decided I can't possibly have a tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Because how I have a digital watch that I can change faces on it, and I change the watch face every 2 days.
Yeah.
So I clearly can't have a tattoo because I can't even decide on a watch face, like the font of the numerals on the watch.
Yeah, that's why it's a fun question.
Yeah. I really don't know. I mean, I'd like to think it'd be something that represents you and Anna and Mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Or it could be something that like represents the greater essence of the universe.
That sounds complicated.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Where'd you get it?
Doesn't need to be showy.
Okay.
I mean, it also doesn't need to be like if you ask, hey, do you have a tattoo? And I say, yeah, and they say, oh, can I see it? And then if I have to say, oh, no, you can't. Like, that's not where I'd want it somewhere.
So like your shoulder.
Yeah, somewhere you can't see it. Like, it's not flashy, but nothing like, oh, I just, pull back my collar or something.
Yeah.
And then you could see it. So, but again, that would drive me nuts. Like, oh, I'm going to change it. I'd always want to change it.
Yeah.
So.
You could just constantly get cover-ups.
Yeah. Sure. But
you could get Gussie.
Right.
Make a portrait of
your
Gussie.
Your cat tattooed on me. That's
cute.
actually hadn't occurred to me ever at all. Forever.
Weird.
Yeah. Okay. What's the one attribute you wish more people had more of?
I don't know. I don't know. I think people could work on a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, but like society at large, is there a thing that would make things just that much better if we all did just a little bit better at that one thing?
Compassion for others outside of ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Yeah. I think that would help. And also because that would help fix a lot of stuff. Like if people could, right now with the pandemic, people are only start to care about it when it affects people that they know personally.
Yeah.
And then climate change and stuff, people, it's not necessarily affecting you right now, so why should you change your actions for the future generations? I don't know.
No, I think
Yeah.
General empathy for something beyond your inner circle.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Make that happen.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Well, we'll work on it.
I'll just get really mad at people until they do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hate everybody.
I don't know if this is an easy question or a hard question, but what's the worst Star Wars movie?
It's got to be episode 1, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Except for the pod racing scene. I like that part.
Yeah, that was really good. So there's fun things in that movie, but
yeah,
it's not the one you want to go back to and watch over and over again.
No.
Yeah. But I think everyone, that's not an interesting answer because everyone kind of thinks.
It's definitely one of the first 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although some people don't like the new ones.
Right.
I don't know.
And I think they're just more thoughtfully done.
Yeah.
There's kind of, there's a different level of theatrics, theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
The production of it's better
Mm-hmm.
than the later ones.
And I think the newer ones you can appreciate without looking at the originals. Like, I think the prequels, I only really appreciate them because I'm like, okay, this is what happens later.
Right.
In the good part. And then
and there's some good lines, like they say something like, oh, that's ironic, or that's a foreshadowing of,
and that's fun.
Yeah.
But
yeah, episode 1's the weakest of them all.
Yeah. Are you on your last question?
I'm on my last question.
Hey.
Okay.
Me too.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
That's a hard question.
So I saved it for last.
I thought we weren't supposed to talk about feelings. This feels too close to feelings territory.
Okay, well, just walk that edge. Watching little pebbles fall off the cliff into the depths of feeling canyon.
I like the relationships I'm able to build with others.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Like my cat.
Yeah, and
my family and my friends.
Yeah, you have lots of great relationships. I really, you've always been a good, not just judge of character, but good at seeing people for what their potential is, and being open to that, and also not giving in to others who might not. You honor your time by making sure you have relationships with other people who are good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
I will
answer.
save us from feelings territory now.
Good.
And say, what is your favorite dad joke?
I think you put me on the spot, but my favorite
Or just joke.
might have been, I'm just really proud of this moment. Let me make sure I can recreate it. It was freshman year for Anna, and she
I think I know.
said, she said like their dorm or their floor party was to, like, they had a Thursday night tradition to dress up as a certain thing, and they were doing a dad dress up. And she texted me or showed me the picture of all of them dressed up, and I said, that's great, but do you have any good pans? And she said, pans? For what? And I said, so you can cook up some good yolks. And I just came up with that one. And I loved that it was in the context of, it was a bad dad joke in the context of her dressing up to be a dad. So
That's fun.
And it was about a dad joke.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so meta.
That's really good.
Yeah.
You like the yolk ones.
Yeah, that yeah. So that might sound brand new to the novice listener, but that is one I go to maybe a little too often.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's not worth retelling.
Yeah. It's still good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 questions. We should do this again sometime.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to do a podcast. Next time, maybe we'll do go back to our regularly
scheduled program.
Yep. And probably it will be remote.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume so because I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah. So in the next couple of weeks, we can fit one in.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Reed.
Thanks, Dad.
We'll see you later. Keep your feelings inside.
Will do.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.